now watching Compton Ricc Rocc TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, what up? It's Compton Ricc Rocc with Compton Ricc Rocc TV, and we back with the content. But before we get to the content, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop it. Now, we back where we left off yesterday with my girl, Gigi. For y'all who don't know who Gigi is, this is Luce Cannon's second wife, and she's on a mission with no permission. And fellas, I hope y'all learn from this. Yeah, you got to learn from this, man. When you're dealing with these women, you don't treat them right. One day they are going to come back to destroy you. In this case, she's definitely coming back to destroy him. I had the pleasure to talk to her this morning. I talked to her a few times via phone call. Cool person, man. Cool person, good spirit. And she always in a good mood. I ain't heard her one time sound bitter on the phone call. And, you know, when I asked her, you know, what's all this about? And it's simply because these people, she say, talked about her daughter and other things. And man, you know, you don't talk about nobody kids, even though people have got on the internet and made that mistake, caught up in the content world and go at people. When they go at people, to everybody, nobody is off limits when it comes to this content stuff. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, you could talk to the father, you know, they gonna want to fight and all that. But when you get into it with these mothers, man, totally different story. She also said that, man, that a couple of guys reached out to her to go to No Jumper, to get her on No Jumper. And I told her, man, listen, man, do your thing. Do what you've been doing. Keep your content rolling. Keep it going. Now, you could go over there. There's nothing wrong with going over there. But I think you should focus more on your own platform and get your own platform going, because you're doing a good job at working your platform. Now, I'm going to leave her description to her page in my description so you guys can find her. Her last page was terminated due to some editing issues that she had on her end, and the video her whole channel got deleted. But she's back with a new channel, so I'm gonna put the link to her channel in my description. Let's get to this content and see what Gigi got to talk about. Let's go.
So let's get started here. Where are we gonna start at? We are going to do a little recap. Let's do a little recap of the wedding scam. So I know we kind of already went over that, but I know a lot of people didn't get to see the video. So we're going to like recap that just really fast, just really briefly. So you guys can kind of see how Cannon and his scams work. And then you can kind of see like some of the players in his scam. So we're just going to run through that really quick. Okay, let's get to it. So this is this is Cannon walking down the aisle at him and Charise's wedding. Okay, so that's Cannon right there. That's Luce Cannon. And who do you guys think this woman is walking him down the aisle? You would assume that's his mother, right?
I will say this, and I want you guys, a lot of people been hitting me up, man, who is Gigi, man? We like Gigi. Man, do you know her? I said, man, nah, I don't know her, man. She cool. She just on the internet, and I got her number from one of the guys that she's cool with. And we've been, you know, conversing about this internet stuff on how to, you know, do your editing properly and things like that. I haven't came on to her. I don't, you know, that's not what I'm here for. I know a lot of people say, Rock, man, you trying to get at the, nah, Rock gonna get on here and have fun. That's what this about, man. A lot of y'all forget to put fun up in it. Y'all be too serious on the internet. If you're gonna be that serious on the internet, get off of it before you stress yourself out. Go outside, get you some fresh air, and feed the ducks or throw some breadcrumbs to the birds out there and do something with yourself, man. Y'all putting too much thought into this internet. Now we got Luce Cannon over here on my right with another fine cool girl over here. Boy, he keeps some fine women. I'm going to keep on saying he keep him some fine women around him. Now let's find out who Siobhan Jones is. That's the woman that Luce Cannon walking with. Let's go.
Wrong. It's not his mother. It is this woman right here, Shannon Jones, and she is my step aunt. She is my stepdad's sister, oh, wow, who is walking Cannon down the aisle to marry Charise. You would think that, right? Somebody who was in love with a woman would have his own family there. Well, nobody from Cannon's family was there. It was all the pawns that he had in place for the scam. So yes, my step aunt is the one who walked him down the aisle in the scam wedding. And as you could see, this is her Facebook, Shannon Jones. And this is her right here, right? We see February 25th, 2023. This is her at their wedding, getting ready to play her part in the wedding scam. Yes, y'all. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. Cannon and his scams, I'm telling you, he's really good at what he does. That's for sure. We'll give him that. Moving right along. So now we're going to go to, this is just me and Shannon, just chatting, letting her know to come over, so forth and so forth. This was the invitation I sent her to me and Cannon's baby shower right here. This is obviously you see in 2021. Just so you guys know, yeah, this is my step aunt. You get it? Yeah. October 11th, 2021, all that good stuff.
I wonder, why is your step aunt walking your husband down the aisle on another wedding? What part of the game is this? What's up with your step aunt, and why would she, if she know that you still married? You say that these two, this is a fake wedding. So if it's a fake wedding, did they pay her? Why is she walking your husband down the aisle knowing that you guys are still married? If she even know that you guys married, she not gonna ask, hey, Cannon, are you divorced yet? And what's going on with you and Gigi? And questions like that. Like, this is kind of strange right here.
Okay, so let's move right along. You guys get the picture of that. Okay, so now we're gonna get to, let's pause here. So this was I think it was a live or something like that Charisse did with her stylist and her quote unquote friend, who she says, oh, it's great to have support and yada, yada, yada. And who do you guys think this is that is her stylist now and she's claiming is this great support system for her? Well, you guys remember to tune in today at 5 p.m. on my live. We've got very special guests joining. Come on. I also have, as you can see, and it is the same person that was at my baby shower. This is my cousin's wife, Teresa Lopez. So
wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some ism up in it. Now, this is your cousin's your cousin's wife. We got to go back and listen to what she said. But what is going on? Why is either your family or people that's involved in your family, why are these people at the new? I know the women I mess with, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't go for that. This right here is definitely a movie. Where's the first wife? We need to find out where's the first wife. If the first wife, she ain't getting involved with none of this. We haven't seen her. But wouldn't y'all love to see like a reality show with Charrise Mills, Gigi, and the first wife? Oh man, this would be some good content, man. Somebody with a bag, go ahead and throw them girls, man, a bag, man. Put them all on a reality show, man. Let's see how that play out, because so far everything that's been going on with this, it's been good. I'm so entertained. I ain't never been this much entertained in content. I'm not one of them dudes that sit on here and talk about the same person for a whole year. I done seen people get on the internet and talk about the same person for 3-4 years every single day. This right here is totally different. This is different, man. Let's go.
So yes, here we go again. Cannon has inserted his pawns into his little game. You will never usually know Cannon's end game. You don't even know you're in the middle of his game, like until the end, literally until like the game is over. And then you'll figure out who was the pawn in the game, who were the pieces and the players. So this is Teresa Lopez. This is my cousin's wife. She is Charisse's stylist and apparently one of her close friends.
Okay.
Which Charisse has never met this girl a day in her life until she got with Cannon, because obviously, right, she is my cousin's wife. She was at my baby shower. She's going to help me hold it down. The IBM. There she is, Teresa Lopez, Charisse's stylist. This is too funny, y'all. This is our conversation, us just talking, just so you guys can see. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just too funny. You know how you like replay your life, and it is hilarious to replay this. So yes, as you can see, Charisse's stylist is my cousin's wife, Teresa Lopez. And as you can see, she was at my baby shower. She did my hair. She's been around my kids. I've been around her kids. Obviously, you know, the same thing. Ken is just very.
Okay, I get it. That's why her hair, Gigi hair, always looking fly. She's a stylist. You know, a stylist ain't gonna turn down that money. I get the stylist being there, but the other lady, I don't understand her purpose for being there whatsoever. But I could kind of like get the stylist reason for being there. They gonna get their money. They don't care who hair they do. That's how they get paid. They don't do no hair. They don't get paid. Ain't no loyalty in none of that. It's like going to the barbershop. I done went to the barbershop a few times and seen people from different neighborhoods that the neighborhood that I come from don't get along with. But we in that barbershop, man, and the barber, he don't care who hair he cut. He want that paper.
Very good at putting people in position in his scams. He's very good at making everything look realistic and looking like he just has all this. He couldn't bring his real family, obviously, because his real family wasn't going to support the lies. So, of course, he had to put in fillers, right? So these were the filler family that he had at their fake wedding. Okay, so now we're gonna get to how so let's remember that Charisse and Cannon got married like around the time they were filming that show Baddie and the Beast, which is what Wack said that they were going to promote. That's how him and Wack kind of got, you know, connected. Wack said that Cannon reached out to him, he wanted to promote a show, and Wack put him on No Jumper. They were both using each other for whatever they were using each other for. So somebody hit me up last year when I had came forward about all Cannon's lies and scams and everything when he was on Clubhouse with Charisse and Wack 100. When I put that out, so many people hit me up about how they got scammed by Cannon, how they got robbed by Cannon, and so forth and so forth. So this was somebody who let me know that he was robbed. His homeboy was robbed by Cannon. And I don't know if Charisse, I'm not going to say Charisse knew about it or had anything to do with the robbery. Because I don't know, and I'm only going to speak facts on what I know. And he only mentioned that Cannon was the mastermind of robbing his homeboy to pay for the fake wedding. So as you can see, he says Cannon met his boy in Vegas through someone else, was talking like he was a businessman and honorable, and he was outside. Let's see, hold on. I'm going to make sure we get to the... Okay, hold on. Sorry. This is the beginning of the conversation. So he said, that dude is your ex. He scammed my boy out of $20K about some weed. He used the money to film that wedding scene with Shorty from Queens. And if you guys didn't know, Charisse is from New York. So the guy is saying that his homeboy, Cannon, stole $20 with a fake weed scam to pay for the wedding. That's what Cannon does. So that's not the first time. Cannon had this whole thing pretending that he sold weed. So he would get like samples and he would have people put in orders. So when people would put in their orders, like 10 boxes or whatever, Cannon would, you know, be like, okay, 10 boxes. I don't know the math, but let's just say, you know, 60,000. So the people, he would rent an Airbnb, pretend it's like his house or the place to pick up. They go to the Airbnb and then he's robbing them at gunpoint and he's taking the money. It's usually not him though. It's usually his little minions that he has robbing the people. It's usually not him. So running through this, he says, my dude is a naive mofo who goes off appearance. He sent him some bread. And then he was like, hold on, let me go slower so I can get to it. Yeah. He said,
oh boy, should have known better. You go to an Airbnb. So matter of fact, let me rephrase what I'm about to say. Let me start that over. If you go into an Airbnb to get some drugs, you wouldn't know it's an Airbnb. But if it's a player matching or something like that, man, you better get away because they about to get you. You better go in the alley like back in the days in the movies. Meet up in the alley somewhere where it's a lot of smoke. Y'all know how the movie scenes be looking. They pop the trunk, pass the suitcases, going about their business. Y'all better do business like that. You go somewhere where it look too real, too true to believe, man, you are about to get robbed.
Then he proceeded to give him the story about he's going to have the box dropped off. From there, nothing ever came to the point where he blamed this dude from Long Island. He said, and I drove out to Long Island with my boy to find the dude, even went and pressed the cats at UPS. All while, he said, hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. All while he was doing that TV bullshit. I kept telling my people he was playing him. He said, then he sent $6K via his PayPal to Shorty's business account, supposed to be a hair business. He had it reversed. He said, but still didn't get the money wired that he wired directly. And basically, you know, he was just saying that, you know, his boy got scammed, that he was lame for, you know, doing all this street talking for attention and likes. And, you know, his homeboy got scammed. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. That's just basically that's the wedding scam. Like I said, Cannon robbed somebody to pay for the fake wedding. Nobody that was at Charisse and Cannon's fake wedding was Cannon's fake.
Well, I'm going to put the link to this video in the description. Y'all can go over there and check that out, man. It's Compton Ricc Rocc with Compton Ricc Rocc TV. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this video. Man, I can tell y'all right now, and it's about to get real interested over there on that channel. So I'm going to leave that video link in the description. Also, the channel's Compton Ricc Rocc with Compton Ricc Rocc TV. I'll catch all y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Ricc Rocc TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop it.